I don't think this has ever happened on my channel before. I am literally speechless. Family? Wow. Hello, Aries. Welcome to your November soul session. I am Marlo. If you're new and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. I had to adjust my microphone. If you don't know what my soul sessions are, they are your spirituality as well as personal development readings in which we look at the energies that you guys may encounter for a given month for the sole purpose of giving you clarity, insight, and guidance and all that good stuff. And what's not or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and jump into your cards, Aries. I think it's interesting. When I was clearing my deck before I turned the camera on, this same card came out and it made me laugh. It's the Hanged Man in the reverse, but it made me laugh because I was noticing the thingamajig on his head, and I'm pretty sure that that's a symbol for fixed signs, if I'm not mistaken. And I was like, that's weird for that to be on there. I need to do some research to find out about that, but still it's funny because the Hanged Man card, because I went blank a couple of months ago and couldn't remember what sign it was for, we're just gonna say Cancer, we're gonna say Pisces, and I think it was another one that I said, but just Aquarius. So I still haven't looked that up. I don't know. I've always said that this card reminded me of Aries energy, but we're gonna go with all tree. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, first card out coming from October into November is the Five of Swords in the reverse. And then we come into this Hangman in the reverse energy. So what is looking like for me, Aries? Coming into November, there's a sense of stagnation, and I don't even feel right saying stagnation because vibrationally that doesn't feel accurate, but it's more or less there's a lack of forward movement. And a lot of it could be coming from being conflicted. So this would say to me that there's a decision, much like the rest of the collective, that needs to be made moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And it's not really knowing, oh, wow, there we go. And it's not really knowing what's next for you. But at the same time, it feels a lot to me like, I don't want to say a full-on existential crisis, but it's more or less a desire to move forward with meaning, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like more or less being in this crossroads, proverbially speaking. Shout out to Papa Legba, the Lord of the Crossroads and all. But it's more or less being at this crossroads and being conflicted because it's not really knowing what the next step should be or what the next position should be. But with this Hanged Man in the reverse, it's more or less accepting the fact that one is conflicted and more or less going within to get clarity as to what is the next step to go. Now, the card that fell out next, it's the Papa Legba card, but it's the Moon card. And the next card that came out is the 10 of Pentacles. So what it's kind of looking like to me, Aries, I want to clarify these just to get a little bit more context, but just sorry for shuffling in your ear. But surface level, what I would say is the day that's going to be important for you guys is going to be the 19th of well, I was about to say August, the 19th of November, because that's the day of the Taurus full moon, and it's a partial lunar eclipse, and a whole bunch of stuff's supposed to go down that day energetically. But I feel that's really the point where you guys would be getting clarity. So where you're at right now with this Hanged Man, even though it's reversed, you know what I'm saying? It's a good place to be because it's more or less, that's like, I look at it as the seeking enlightenment card, right? Not necessarily in an ascension sense, but it's like, okay, I've made a lot of choices and decisions that led me to this place, right? I don't really know what's next. And me trying to figure that out on my own probably isn't the best idea because I don't know. So it's kind of like surrendering to spirit in so many words. So it's coming to a place of sacrificing what you think you should do, what you've done before, what it is that you may want, and more or less surrendering to the divine will of like, you know, spirit, like whatever is best for me, just show me that. And, you know, I'll go that direction. And I feel that answer is going to come for you guys on or around the 19th. Like pretty much if you looked at the whole third week of November, like between the 14th to the 20th, it's like that's your time frame of when that clarity is going to come. And with the 10 of coins coming out after that is more or less saying that what is revealed to you, and for some of you, I want to say this too, for some of you, what's revealed to you may be manifested in a dream. So I would say, honestly, the entire month of November, Aries, pay attention to your dreams, right? Like document them. I have an ebook on my website that walks you through the process that I use in therapy for dream work. So if you want to cop that, but make sure you're documenting them, or if you don't feel like writing it down like in your iPhone notes or something, I would record them, because a lot of my my network members and clients and stuff, they just feel more comfortable doing voice, you know, memos, because they can just say it without, you know, worrying about writing it. But pay attention to your dreams, because I feel the answer you guys are seeking for some of you may come in a dream, no matter how crazy it seems. And that's why I mentioned the ebook, because I literally walk you through the process of how to deconstruct your dreams. And I literally give you an example of like a fake dream, right? And just like I tell you the whole dream, and we go piece by piece to break it down to get the answer to it. So check that out. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and clarify this. Okay, I was about to say it. There's 5 of Swords in the reverse. Oh my! Speaking of lords, we have the Lord in the reverse. So for some of you, I would say if you're a dude, if you're an Aries dude, when we talk about this being an inner conflict, I would say that this is a conflict that's existing within you. If you're an Aries female, I feel that this conflict that you're having is with this guy, and you can't really put your finger on, and it doesn't necessarily have to be someone, you know, romantic. It could be a coworker, you know, friend, whatever, a person that lives in your building, I don't know. But it's kind of like being conflicted about this person. So it's still a form of inner conflict, but it's in reference to a male figure, but it's someone who's in a position of power. It's someone who has a good reputation, who seems very trustworthy, you know, between 20 and 40, things of the sort. But it's being conflicted about this particular person and not really knowing how to, ooh, child, I know you're lying to me. We got the Enemy card. Whew, with the Hangman in the reverse. So here is the deal. And I'm going to say this 2 ways. And I'm going to include my Aries dudes in this. Even though I feel this is more or less speaking to an inner conflict, like if you're an Aries male, I feel this is speaking to an inner conflict you're having with yourself. And the conflict would be you guys moving forward in something, but it's something that has to do with like work or education or something like that. Because I feel for the Aries men, it's like a sense of self-doubt or something. It's more or less what you really are is like, there we go. Thank you, Spirit. Imposter syndrome. So with Aries men, it's a conflict of imposter syndrome. So more or less how everyone else sees you and how you see yourself are vastly different. So I feel, you know, you could have friends or family members or something that are like, oh, dude, you should apply for the job, or you should open that business, or you should try this out. And even though it's something you're interested in or something you love to do, you're kind of like, well, I mean, you know, I'm a novice. Like, I don't really know, you know, the stuff that well. You know, it's just a hobby, and kind of downplaying yourself. And I feel for people in that particular situation, and females, if you resonate with that too, I'm picking up the male energy. But if that scenario resonates with you too, go for it. I feel like clarity is going to come in the process of that. Like through this new moon, I mean, this full moon energy is more or less you guys coming into the realization of just how powerful you are. And even looking at this 10 of Pentacles, of just how equipped you are for what it is that you're desiring to step into. Now, on the other side of this, and I say for this, I feel this with Aries females, but Aries males, if this scenario resonates with you, then go with it, right? I feel with Aries females, there's like a guy and it's a person, it's either a coworker or it's a romantic partner. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel an energy of like competition or something like that. So it's either this person is making you second guess yourself or making you almost like stifling you in a sense. It's like, because I'm seeing what it is they're really doing, but I feel the way that it looks to you, why you have that, and I said this with a sign last month, do something very similar, where you can't put your finger on it, the person, I think that was Scorpio, in October. It's like you can't really put your finger on it, the person is a good person or a bad person, because it's like their whole image, like they have a very good reputation, but something in your gut is like, like I don't know about them. You know what I'm saying? Like you're feeling a really weird vibe about them, right? Because it's almost like I feel with this person, it's like this bravado and ego and competition that they have, which would be really strange in a relationship dynamic, but that literally happens. You know what I'm saying? And I feel it's almost like a self-doubt that is provoked by this person with the female Aries or male Aries, right? With this particular person. And with this enemy card coming out with the Hanged Man, it's more or less what's going to be revealed about this person by the midweek of this month, between the 14th and the 20th. And it's really leaning closer to this full moon in Taurus. So like 3 days before, 3 days after. But what's gonna come out about this person is what it is that you felt in your gut about them, of them being an enemy. It's like sneaky, cheating, lying, they're up to something, that competitive nature that you feel, or them provoking like self-doubt in you, or making you feel a lot like how I was saying with the Aries male, how they feel of, you know, I can't do it or whatever. This person is doing that because they're literally an enemy and don't mean you well, type of deal. So the thing that's important with this is paying attention to what comes out around this time when it comes to dreams. And I'm going to say this honestly, because you know how sometimes it's like you watch something before you go to sleep and like you dream about it. Where I'm going to put a disclaimer on you guys getting a message through dreams, unless you're a person who, you are, that's your spiritual gift and that's something that you're well versed in. You know what I'm saying? But take it lightly. Just because you heard me say this, like you heard me say that this person that you feel a way about, that this person is being shown up as an enemy. If you were to dream about this, like this person is revealed as an enemy in your dream, it's like that's kind of a confirmation bias. You know what I'm saying? So I would not put 110% weight in that. And I'm saying this for like, the large collective of people who may watch this, sun, moon, and rising. If there's somebody, I don't know if y'all cross watch soul sessions, but if in the event there was someone who was cross watching soul sessions or something, and this particular Aries person really isn't an enemy, it's the potential of you watching this reading and hearing me say that and then having a dream. It would be like, oh, wow, that person really is an enemy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody to do that. So I'm just telling you, you know what I'm saying? That would totally be confirmation bias. But regardless of the case, confirmation bias or not, by this full moon, something is going to come out in reference to this. Even if Aries, if this is somebody outside of you, or I'm being told to say, if you got an Aries child or an Aries sibling, and you're just like a really dope, mom, dad, brother, or sister, and you're like, let me go see what's going on in their lives. You know what I'm saying? I would even say if you were cross-watching that particular way, this would be something you would probably already know about. It would either be a person that you, even if you're not an Aries, this would be a person that you think is sus, or a person that your, sibling or child thinks is sus, you know what I'm saying? And you all may find out by this time frame the truth about this particular situation. But I feel the reason why that's happening, Aries, is because with this 10 of Pentacles, if I were to say it in tarot terms, Aries is already the 9 of Pentacles, right? But Aries don't see themselves as that. You know what I'm saying? Aries doesn't see themselves as the 9 of Pentacles. So Aries may see themselves like at the Ace of Pentacles, right? And it's like, oh, I got my seed, I got to plant it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of work to do. We got a long way to go, right? But unbeknownst to Aries, you guys are at the 9 of Pentacles, right? And I feel the reason why, whatever this is with this person, people, whatever, why that's getting revealed is because of this 10 of Pentacles. It's like you guys almost being surprised that you're already like at the cusp of what it is you've been working so hard to get to. And this particular person would be after this, right? And it's them being exposed prior to this so that they don't have their hand in this or they're not involved in this type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So if I were to put this in scenario format, not saying that this is happening with anyone, but hypothetically, say that you have a business with this person. Oh, that's even better. I like that one better. Okay, we're going to put mine to the side because I like that one better. Okay. So this is like if you were in a relationship with someone, right? And there's a big old inheritance that you're about to get, right? So say that it's somebody in your family, like an uncle you don't know that's like mega rich or something, and they're going to pass away like, first week of November, hypothetically, right? And because you're the heir of this person, you end up getting like goo gobs of money, right? Now, this person, there's already a competitive nature with you and a little bit of jealousy and stuff that's going on, right? And them suppressing you, making you doubt yourself and things of the sort. But it's more or less Aries is trying to, make it work, trying to make sense of it. It's like, maybe I do need to work a little harder, whatever. The reason why this is being revealed is so this person would be able to be cut out. So when you get the news the week after, so like the week of Thanksgiving, I'm saying this all hypothetically, guys. So it's like the week of the full moon, this person gets exposed, you cut them out of your life, right? The next following week, like the week of Thanksgiving, if you're in America, you know what I'm saying? It's like you find out about this big inheritance you're getting, and now you don't have this person who would have been here and probably jacked you out the money. All hypothetical, but that's kind of how I'm seeing the energy play out. The next card that we have is the 7 of Coins. My poor little baby, y'all just sitting up here waiting and tangs. But you know what's funny? Then we have the Empress. That's weird. That's weird. Okay, here's the thing. With the 7 of Coins, I'm seeing this in my mind. This would relate to you guys, but I'm feeling it's talking about this person. That's weird. That's weird. I feel like this is talking about this person, which means that even though I think that scenario I just gave is dope, it's almost like the vibe I get with this is like this person knows. So this is like something, this would be something that Aries would know. Well, of course, because I'm looking at what I'm saying about how you guys are already the 9 of Pentacles. And it's like you've been working hard to get to the 10, but you've been working so hard you haven't realized how far you've gotten. But this person has. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the 7 of Pentacles, and literally, the way that I do this spread, this typically would not be referring to this person. It would really be talking about both of y'all's energy, but I'm legit seeing this like this is them. So whatever it is that you're working on, Aries, I mean, who is this person, dog? I feel with this, like they know already. And that's weird. Because what could it be that if Aries is working to, I can understand this in a sense of power dynamics, right? Where, you know, Aries is underestimating themselves. I can see that. Like, I can see how a person can be really gifted and talented, and another person can see that, you know, another person is gifted and talented. And because that person is jealous, they'll like, you know, oh, you're not ready. Or I saw your practice and like, you need to work harder on this. Right. And that provoking self-doubt, I can see that. But I don't know in what context that Aries would be coming into something and this person would know about it before Aries does. Because looking at these being pentacles, y'all, this would literally be like money, like something very 3D tangible opportunity, like something that's coming in. And I mean, unless this was like a family member, you know what I'm saying? Like, unless this was a family member, like if I go back to the hypothetical about the whole inheritance thing, like it would be like if it was a family member that knew, like, you know, grandma left, you know, Aries the house, but Aries don't know that grandma left them the house. And this would be like a family member that would be trying to take that. That's the only way I could see that. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm getting with the 7 of Pentacles is almost like this person is waiting for the right time. It's like they know what's coming down the pipeline and they're waiting for the right time, because this energy with the Empress is what's coming in for Aries. And it's like they know. And it's like it's them trying to find a way, whether it's through making you doubt yourself or literally trying to like jack you on some stuff to prevent you from getting what's rightfully yours. Because what you're coming into is like in a 3D sense, you're getting the 10 of Pentacles. And I mean, that can be a myriad of different things. It's, you know, stability, security, inheritance, you know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, generational wealth. And with the Empress, that's the energy vibration you would be sitting in, which would be one of abundance, one of truth, one of, you know, self-love, illuminating your light into the world type of deal. But I don't know if this person knows energetically, like, I don't know if they like a dark empath or something, you know, man, these readings are so weird this month. I don't know if this person is like like a dark empath or something, and they got gifts too on some stuff, and they're trying to jack you, or if they have some type of intel into your personal affairs. That's so interesting. Aries, y'all gonna have to tell me what this is about, y'all. Melancholy, of course. You know how I keep saying this thing with jealousy and envy and all of that? I said that in another reading, but it's like, this is one of those things where it falls into that energy of envy. And I was saying, like, the difference between jealousy and envy is that jealousy is someone has something and you want that thing and you can transmute that into a positive energy. But envy is a lot more malicious, because envy, they want what you have but also want you to not have it. So it's like this person wanting you to be sad. This is so wild. Y'all know I am not a fear monger kind of reader, which is why I'm pulling more cards on this, because I am not a fan. I am not a fan. 8 of Knives. Okay, then we have the 8 of Swords. Yeah, you know, here's the thing, Aries. What I would be getting from this, yo, is, because for this person, I don't even want to say, okay, we got the High Priest in the reverse. I'm going to tell you this. I don't even want to go the route of, because it feels so fear-mongery to me to even say like dark empath on some stuff. Because granted, there are people in the world that have spiritual gifts that are like, you know, perceptive and intuitive and things that don't necessarily use them for good. However, if you're living your life in alignment with the light, you're going to be fine, child. You know what I'm saying? It's like people like this don't have as much power as they like to believe that they have. So it's not anything you need to be spooked out about, like, you know, them putting roots on you, putting you in jars, or, you know, nothing like that. It's like they're consorting with the devil to get intel and gang stalking and all that. It's not anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel with this, why the only other way this would be coming out this way would have to be that this is someone, and why it is that you're iffy about this person is because this is not the first time. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of like if you're friends with a person who's narcissistic, right? And like, you know, your mom always says that they're jealous of you. You know, they really don't like you. That's not really your friend. You know what I'm saying? Or your partner is telling you that. Or if you're in a relationship with a person who's kind of narky, kind of a lot of narky, to the point where, you know, you're doubting yourself, you're feeling not good enough. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why they have this whole, you know, image that they're sending out into the world is because that's what they be doing. And it's like this person really doesn't mean you well. It would literally have to be that probably like in October. And at the moment, I cannot remember what y'all's reading was about last month, but it would have to be like in October, or maybe even for several months or years prior to this, right? You knew this person was kind of narcissistic. Like you felt that, like you've seen that. People that know and love you have probably told you that, especially if your relationship followed the process of where at this point you're isolated from friends and family, right? Like you really don't talk to people you used to be close to anymore. And you're in this place of like self-doubt and sadness. Then that would bring this pattern that I'm seeing that's coming out of this person robbing you, not just in the literal sense of like money or finances, but also robbing you energetically. You know what I'm saying? Because narcs are energy vampires. So it's more or less, and I feel like I've said this before, I don't know if it was this month or last month. It's a situation where you're dating this person, like you started dating this person. Prior to you dating them, you were like a bubbly ball of light with all of these plans and goals and dreams. You connect with this person, and it's like they instantly connect an energetic cord to you and start siphoning your light. So throughout the course of the relationship, you have turned into a person that's not even you anymore. You know, you may have used to like get your nails done, you know, get your feet done, get your hair done, always doing your makeup, hanging out with your friends, you know, or if you're a dude, you were always staying fresh and like spending time with your friends and stuff like that, working on side projects, what have you. And suddenly when you linked up with this person, you slowly but surely stop doing all of those things. And when you look at yourself now, it's almost like not recognizing yourself in the mirror and not understanding how the heck you got here. But in that same process, the person that you're with, it seems as if they've gotten better. You know what I'm saying? They never went to the gym. Now they going to the gym. They never wanted to start no side business. Now they starting side businesses. They won't write books now all of a sudden and things of the sort. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you switch lives with the person. And then looking at this melancholy card, it's like them blaming you for being this way. They treat you the way that they treat you because you don't take care of yourself anymore. You're depressed all the time. You're always sad and da 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 da. See, I did say this. I don't know if it was in October because I was dying laughing. I think that was in September. I was laughing at the comments because it was a person who was trying to control Aries, and all the Aries were like, imagine trying to control an Aries, right? I feel that this reading, okay, so all Aries, y'all might not resonate with this. I think when I did that reading, that was in September. So this literally would be that the people who resonated with that reading in September, like this would be you guys getting called out again. Because exactly like I was saying, I was like, this would have to be something in order for this person to be so intertwined because, you know, I don't subscribe to the whole, you know, gang stalking thing and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And people, you know, scrying and all that, knowing all your business, and nah. Like literally, for a person to be this infused to know your business that well, it has to be someone that is extremely close to you. So that means either romantic partner, mom, dad, sister, brother. And what I will say, since I picked up on the energy of somebody cross watching, God forbid, because I'm gonna rebuke you right now. God forbid, if how energy can show up with a person spying on another is literally through watching tarot videos for that person's sign. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only other way that I could see that. And I'm gonna rebuke you right now if you're doing that, because that's just a damn shame. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, that's the only way that I could see this. But thinking about that particular reading, I remember that it's like a person who literally was trying to suppress Aries. So this is the same situation coming up, which means that there was an opportunity in September, not just saying because you watched my reading, but this would literally be between September and October, specifically even more so in October, with all of the blowups that they had in karmic partnerships and things of the sort. It's been made very clear to the Aries that resonates with this that I'm talking to, that this friend, family member, whatever, there needs to be distance, because I understand you can't always like cut everybody off because of the life situations that you're in. At the very least, there needs to be boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, this week, it's almost like you're getting not this week, the third week of November, around the full moon, you're getting another opportunity where if you doubted what you saw before, it's going to be made really freaking clear this month. I kid you not. Like 19th, 18th, 20th, it's going to be made very clear what it is that's going on here, that this person does not mean you well, right? And the key is what you've been working towards is coming towards you. So it's the same energetic thing. And this is interesting because for all the signs that I've done, Aries, I've like, you're falling into the same pattern that the entire collective is, right? But for yours, the thing that's showing up for you is very much a person. It's a very clear person. You know what I'm saying? And of course, if we looked at it with this mirror effect type of thing, if it's not anyone that's in your life, it's very well that this could be speaking to Aries being their own worst enemy, of the thing that keeps you from being happy and sitting in abundance and enjoying the fruits of your labor is, you know, your own imposter syndrome, doubting yourself, not thinking that you're good enough, playing small. You know what I'm saying? Keeping yourself from opportunities. You know, I can see that as well, you know. But even if it involves another person, that still would be what's happening with Aries. It's just that we've, you know, drawn a person in that's a mirror reflection of what we're doing inside of us. And now we're doing this dance and tango with another human, as opposed to this being a conflict that's happening within us. But whatever the case is, it's the fact that Spirit closed up that cycle, period, at the end of the sentence. October. November, what we're supposed to do as a collective is meeting Spirit halfway with all of the energies that were influencing us and, you know, like being resistant and stuff that made stuff extra hard. That energy is no longer here. So now it's like you're going to face a challenge much like the ones that we faced during that cycle. And it's kind of like that final like test kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And you're coming to this situation, you have no resistance. All you have is just yourself. And the choice everyone is making at this proverbial crossroads is, how are you going to handle this particular situation? You know, because the good energy is coming in for you, right? But with this particular person, yet again, you know, there's this 8 of Swords, and oh God, this is so weird. Look at this freaking card, dude. How I'm talking about this crossroads. Come on, autofocus. Let me be great. Let me be great. Autofocus. Let me be great. I hate you, autofocus. But you guys can vaguely see it while my background is extremely clear when that's not what I'm trying to show. But I think it's interesting. This person is standing in the middle of a crossroads. unable to make a decision because of the 8 swords being here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like being in this energy of indifference. This high priestess being in the reverse is saying more or less that there's divine intervention needed, but not in the sense of spirit breaking through, but needing to listen to spirit. You know what I'm saying? There's secrets being kept. There's things that you don't know the whole story about, but tuning in to the divine, paying attention to your dreams, whatever the case, listening to your own intuition can give you insights into all of this stuff that's happening, as well as this big, huge, abundant blessing that's going to put you on the tip top that's coming to you. But with this melancholy card, it's like, despite all of this stuff that's happening, it's like Aries is oblivious to it. It's literally not seeing what's coming for you, how far that you've gotten. And it's a person that's taking advantage of that. For some of you, for others of you, maybe there's not a person here at all, but it's just the fact that this is going to be revealed. But you get to make the choice, Aries. You get to make the choice. If this energy can come to you, this opportunity can be offered to you, and you can pass it by, either by doubting yourself or by letting a literal person like block you from it. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about the choice that you make of what it is that you want for yourself. Because it's like, the only thing that I could say with this dude too, with this melancholy card too, man, unless this is clinical depression, I could see that as well. If this is clinical depression, meaning, because there's a difference between like situational depression and clinical depression. Like situational depression is something that's brought on by a situation, right? Like a circumstance, like you know, you lose your job, or you have a breakup, you know, you lose a loved one type of thing. That's situational depression, right? But melancholy is more of like an extended period, which that's what it was called back in the day. But now it's clinical depression, which speaks to a chemical imbalance. So, and this is something like you're born with, you know what I'm saying? So it's just the, you know, the hormones in your brain, your serotonin, your dopamine uptake, all that stuff. It's kind of off balance. So you have to take a medication. So it manifests as sadness. So it's like, there's no reason to be sad, but one just is, you know, and it's medication you take to balance out that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So unless it's that, but it still is scary, because if a person has clinical depression, it's not really an issue of self-sabotage. Like if a person has clinical depression and they're unmedicated, that isn't self-sabotage. It's depression. That's a diagnosis. That's a thing. You know what I'm saying? But still looking at this energy of this person, oh God, I don't like what I just heard. I don't like what I just heard. I'm gonna say it because I heard it. Okay, Aries, I gotta step out this energy, child, because this is getting real deep. All right. What I just heard was, if there's a person who has clinical depression, right? Meaning like you've lifelong, right? You have a diagnosis. At one point in time, you were taking medication, but this is a person that you met that told you to stop taking your medication and use some type of woo-woo, like spiritual reason as to why, right? It's like, oh, that's poison, this and that. You don't need that. You know what I'm saying? And almost guilt tripping you for taking your medication. So now being unmedicated, it's like all the symptoms come back. Oh God, that makes perfect sense. Being unmedicated, all the symptoms would come back. Not saying this is the whole story. This is just a fracture of what I'm seeing. But not taking medication, all of the symptoms come back. And with this particular person, it's almost like wanting it that way. Because if you're in this state of duress, of melancholy, not wanting to engage with family and friends, because those are all normal symptoms of depression. You know what I mean? Not really being able to focus on work or creativity. That's how all of this stuff could be happening behind Aries' back, and Aries not even realizing that it's happening. But why this enemy card comes up is because it's putting Aries into this limbo place and it's taking advantage of it. But it all comes from a trust that Aries has for this person. And I have to stress this, dude, like, I'm not even joking. I understand, like, being a spiritual person, being in the spiritual community, a lot of people have perceptions on things like that. I'm not a person who believes, like I said, with situational depression. I don't think a person should be medicated for that, because that's where you come to therapy, you get coping skills, we process it, we work through it. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have control over how our brains are, right? So if you have a chemical imbalance or you have psychosis, and there's medication for that to help you to not have psychotic episodes or to balance the chemicals in your brain, you know, it's like, that's what it's there for, you know? So, I mean, and I don't want to get on my soapbox and all that stuff, but it concerns me when I see stuff like this, because like this is a big deal. Like, you should never abruptly just stop taking your medication or allow a person to guilt trip you into saying that you're not spiritual enough or you're not woke enough or you're not in alignment enough because you have a diagnosed condition that you're supposed to take medication for, because it gives you a quality of life. Like, that's not something to ever be ashamed of, but it's malicious intent with that. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, whatever the case with all these scenarios, the whole intention for Aries, the energy you're stepping into from November going into December into 2022, is for you to get your harvest, your dharma, if you will, to be in a position of power and abundance. You have opposition with that. It's been revealed to you before, whether this is just within yourself or it's someone else, it's going to be shown to you again. You're gonna have to make a decision. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be even more hard if one isn't in tune with their higher self and your intuition. It's like it's trust, because I feel in reference to this person, it's very back and forth, very, very self-doubt. For every reason you can find that they're a horrible person is every reason you can find that they're a good person. And that's what keeps you like in ambivalence, where you don't know like what decision to make. But it's going to be shown to you a major way this month, Aries. And I can't tell you what to do, but I just hope and pray. I hope and pray that you guys heed this revelation and act accordingly. And by the way, the high priestess in the reverse is Pisces energy. Whew, Aries. I need to pull y'all an oracle. I think I'm going to pull from this other oracle that I use in the extended, because with Cancer, I didn't even pull an oracle for them just because vibrationally, the depth of what came out in their reading, I just didn't feel that that deck was appropriate to speak to that situation. And I feel the same thing for you guys at the moment. But I use this one for the overall theme energy for the month in the extended, and I'm gonna use it for you guys here. What can we tell Aries, Spirit? What message do we have for Aries? You guys got this, man. I can't. This is like, I think I got irritated in you guys reading before with a person like this, because people like this really grind my gears, man. I'm not a fan of that. And I respect y'all, my Aries, at the fact that, you know, because like I said, my dad is an Aries. My son, my teenage son is an Aries in real life. You know what I'm saying? So I know that y'all are not a cakewalk. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think it's very difficult to overtly control an Aries, but all of us, all zodiac signs, all human beings, all of us are susceptible to manipulation, especially from a person that you love and trust. You know what I'm saying? So just be conscious of that. Oh, I know what, well, heck, come on, Spirit. Why you didn't say that before? I got the other deck. I was like, the surrender deck. The white. Why you didn't say that when I turned around? Y'all gonna get to. The one I pull here, I'll use this for you guys extended overall energy. Oh my God. Really? For real? Family? Relatives, parents, sibling, spouse, children. I'm speechless. I'm literally, I don't think this has ever happened on my channel before. I am literally speechless. Family? Wow. And all the stuff that I picked up on about family, I'm speechless. And wow. I get it. I totally get it. And for a lot of y'all, this y'all mama. Wow. I'm literally speechless, Aries. I am literally speechless. That freaking breaks my heart. Wow. Like, dude, I'm freaking speechless. To think that this is a family member, yo. Oh my God, I am so sorry, Aries. Jesus. That's messed up. And I get it. That, like, the whole thing, like, because I'm like, it feels like it's hard to just cut people off. Like, God, if you live with your family or something like that, I get it. Like, that's what the closeness is. I am so sorry, Aries. Jeez, Louise. Dude, whatever the case, man, y'all gotta establish some boundaries with this, yo. Y'all have to. Because this is toxic. This is hella toxic. I am flabbergasted. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. Dude, this is like all the energy I felt in the beginning of that, like, kind of vibe. Dude, this is like a narcissistic family member, Aries. Literally. Wow. I'm flabbergasted, but I'm saying specifically what I'm seeing with this moon card and this Empress, a lot of this is y'all mama. For real, for real. And dude, don't ever feel guilty, bad, or wrong for cutting off family members. I'm gonna tell y'all YouTube channel to go check out. She is one of my absolute favorite psychologists. And her channel is called WTF. It's What the Freud, and it's Dr. Judy. And I absolutely adore her therapeutic approach. It's about healing human disconnect, and she specializes in narcissistic family dynamics. So she speaks a great deal in detail in reference to that. I'm going to say you guys should go binge watch her channel. I kid you not, because it's gold. Everything over there is gold. Like, I admire her very much. And I don't say that about a lot of people, but what she's doing, dog, is next level stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's speaking the same wavelength that I'm on of true healing, revolutionary healing, not putting whipped cream on shit. But I think just this dis-ease of not really being sure. It's like, well, this is, you know, my parent, loved one, whatever, and not really being able to make a decision because you don't want to call the person a narcissist or whatever. Legit, go check out that channel because she explains it in a way that's easy to understand, to see if you recognize yourself in those situations. You know what I'm saying? So definitely check that out. But anywho, I'm going to go over to my network and Patreon, YouTube members and Vimeo, all the places, to do you guys extended, where we're going to break this energy down week by week. I need to mentally prepare myself for this. We're going to break the energy down week by week, and we're going to take a glimpse into December, just to give you guys some additional guidance on how to handle this situation. This is wonderful. I want to ground myself, y'all, because I'm ready to go in. I'm in warrior mode right now. Protect my Aries, dag nabbit. Son of a gun, be playing with my Aries. Anywho, I'm going over to do you guys extended. Come over there if you're about that life. But if not, I still love your freaking face, Aries. Stay strong. You know, you're ferocious in this piece. And I will see you guys sooner than later, my friends.